Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'm going to do another journal, so I'm on here today to start the front part of the cover. I'm going to do the cover part made with envelope flips on it, and this was I was inspired by Wendy Mason to do this. She did one really good, really nice, clever one. And I'm thinking I want to do something the same. So thank you, Wendy, for inspiring me. So Wendy Mason has a YouTube channel, so you want to go. She's a very clever lady. She's a very, very good artist. Okay, so I've cut out my papers and I've collected up some envelopes. I've got my papers all ready for the inside. I've collected up a lot of envelopes, haven't I? I've got, because it's going to be a lot of fabric and calico, because I'm going to make it like mostly vintage or shabby chic-ish sort of. I'm sticking to the neutral colours as much as I can. I will probably add a little bit of stuff as I go, because you know me, but it won't be that much, you know, because I want to keep it into. I want to turn this on. Okay, so I've decided that I'm just going to have to make I'm making the cover out of this piece of file folder that I cut out. I tried to make a little bit bigger one, but I can't because I'm so used to making this size journal. I really like it. I can handle it easy, and the papers that I find seem to fit in there really good. So I'm going to use this one here, this serviette thingy, and I'm putting it on the cover. But I don't think I'll do that today. If I get a chance, I will. I'll see how far I get with the other bit first. I'm not going to worry about the crease because all this is going to be covered over anyway. And by the time I put something on the fabric on the outside and the fabric on the inside, and then I'll put something down the back of there, this is going to be a good, strong enough cover, okay? Because if you start out with something too heavy, then you're going to end up with it way too heavy. So I'm going to just stick to this bit here, you know, for the time being for that, okay? As far as I know, I'm going to try and stick to the plan. Now I've got this piece of paper here to try and stop the light from shining on everything. Am I out as far as I go? Yes, I think I am. I don't know if I can move myself over there a bit. Right, so the papers I've already cut them out. So this piece here is going to be the piece that I'm going to do now to decorate the cover, okay? And this piece is 7 inches by 4 3/4, and I hope that's right because I must have cut this a bit bigger than 7 inches. Yes, I did. This is 7.5. So this is going to go onto here after it's completed, which is going to take a bit of work. So I'm thinking I might cut a bit more off this. Just trim that down a bit more so I can bring it in a bit, because I want to, yeah, okay, I'll take a little bit more off of that. I don't want to end up with nothing, but we'll do that, okay? I still like to do my junk journal, even though I do love to do my stitching. And I really appreciate everybody's lovely comments on my last, my last stitching thing I did with the fly stitch. I thank you very much for them beautiful comments. They're very kind people you are. I really love to do stitching, but I do love to do this as well. I really enjoy paper. I always have done. I just didn't know anything about it. I just had a mouthful of water. Well, I didn't know about these journals, and see, because I do know them. Yeah, so let me see now. So I've cut that down a bit so it just comes in the inside of there, okay? Right. Now, as far as I know, I'm going to cover this piece as well. Right. Now, do I do fabric or do it? Well, we'll work on that in a minute. We're going to get our envelopes sorted. I'll show you my pages. These are my pages. I'll have to put those together. So I've got a grid piece. I've got a bit of a screwy up piece. I'm thinking about ironing this, okay? I actually got the iron out this morning. Where did it go? It's only really wee. I bought this at Spotlight so long ago, when actually I don't know how long ago, but it was the day that the week that they opened or something over here. Oh, well, not here, but you know, it's about 20 kilometres or 20 minutes away to drive to get there. And this was $10 because they were about, I don't know, I think they were nearly 70, and they were on special because it was the day that they were opening. And then I've got that other old one I've shown you before, and it cost me $1 at a garage sale. But this is Nazi, isn't it? I seen it's not switched on. It's not on. I seen Jeanette with her flash new one, and I thought, oh, look at that, I could have one of them mines. And I thought, oh dear, I've got one. I've seen the drawer since forever, you know, and not even using it. So maybe I should give it a bit of a run, eh? I might owe me a bit of paper there. Okay, so back to this. Now we've got this really nice pieces that are beautiful paper that come out of a photo album. A new one that I bought, that, well, not new, but it was at the second-hand place. So, and this is a bit of my paper out of the Denmark, the books that come from Denmark that I found. So I've got that turned up there because I'm thinking I'm going to make a pocket on there. I want to keep the white edge on that for a pocket. But anyway, so I've got a little bit of map, and I've got some of this here. I'm trying to stay very neutral. Look at me go. I've got a little bit of green, I know. Then there's these ones here, and I think in all I have 15, which works out to 60 pages. I think, is that right? Yes, I think so. Okay. So here they are, ready for me to get working on that. When well, whether I'll put a lot of work into them as much as what I have been doing, I don't know yet. Probably will though. See what happens. So they should go in here just nicely by the back of it there. Look at that. They should go in there really nice. And I'm thinking about putting, like, I got 10. Well, no, I got 15. So maybe I could do 3 little signatures or something. You know, 3 5-page signatures. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And that's the piece I need. Right, so I got some of these. I actually went and bought some of these because I really wanted some so bad. Some of these windows, and I don't think they cost me very much. I've got a fair few. Got a big pile of them. I've got 50. Look at that. I've got 50 of these on. They're from Australia, somewhere on eBay. Yeah, it cost me $4 or $7. I don't know, but I'm really pleased with them because I can do stuff with those, can't I? I can do some stuff. So I've got 2 of those here for maybe, I don't know. Let me see what I do. Okay, now that one's a bit skew with, but we have to have ones that are going to fit on here because this is a or I can just cut them down anyway to be the size that I want them to be. So I've got that shiny one. I've got one of these, and these are too wide. They're too wide. So I could cut that down too, but do I want to? Do I want to put it in? We'll see. It doesn't have to go in here, does it? Not that one there. I'm going to find some small envelopes. I'll just cut them down to fit anyway. I think I need about 5. Righto, let's start chopping them up. Now, this one here's got, that's a good size, isn't it, that little bloke? Any more than that? I have, probably. Now, I can do something with this, can't I? Even if I do something like a cut it half. And now am I going to stick it back together? You know, like to put it on the front of there. Go around that way. Maybe I shouldn't cut it. Maybe I just should fold it. And it might do something exciting. It might do something exciting. What do you reckon? You see, well, you can stagger them. You don't have to have them fair behind one another. There you go. Right. And where's that other long one? It's another one with a window. How long do we be? How long can we be? Okay, so that won't have to have anything much come off that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5, I think. That'd be nice. I don't know how many Wendy put on, but I just thought, well, I'd like to do 5. This is a nice colour, isn't it? Yeah, I'll definitely have to cut some of these down. Okay, I'm going to move these out of the way. Those ones. This probably will take a couple of episodes, so I hope you wanted to hang around and see what it turns out like. Right, so I've got that one that I'm thinking about doing that to it. Thinking about turning that under there and folding it down, because each one of these is going to go behind one another. So I've got that one on the front, and I'd have to put something in there, and then I can put that one behind it up a bit higher. Wait a minute, like this. There, like that. Okay, and then I can put this one here behind that. Okay. Another one behind. No, that's the wrong way. You've got to put it around this way, Sonya. So all the pieces here are together. These bits. Okay. I might bring one of these, take a bit off the end of one of those. This one. Cut this bit off the end of here. And then glue it back together. If it's right. And then I'm going to take a bit off the top of this one. Trust me to get some with windows in. And what am I going to do that for? And I didn't cut that right, but it'll be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have some really nice tiny little envelopes too, I do. Okay. I'm going to try and find a small one. Excuse me a minute, I'm just fighting with this thing here. I'm really knocked over. I'm fighting with it. And then I'll get you in the envelope box. I'll put this closer to me, wouldn't you? There's not a small one. You're picking small ones there. No, this one here is not quite as heavy either, so that's not a bad thing, because you know they're all going to be covered. So well, I found all these cards there. I don't really want to make cards. I don't like making cards. I'm not a big fan of that. Righto. So I'm going to replace this one, I think. Yeah. Right. Okay. That's the back piece. This is the front piece. And I'll put this bit on there, like that, I think. And then I'm going to have this piece behind there. Does that fit? Still, are we on the page? There we are, just vaguely, but we are. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's put it down here instead. Okay. And then we've got this one here that I just cut, and I'll have to fix it. This one only just comes out a tiny tad, and that's alright. You don't really need it to be. That one can go in there. Do you think? Righto. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 there. And this is going to look on there. It's too high. That's too high. Righto. You know, Sonya, I'm thinking about turning off the video, you know, because I'm sort of flapping around here a bit, but I don't want to do that. I want to be able to do this. I'm sorry, but there'll be some learning in this for me. And yours too. I think I've done something like this before. if it was exactly. I don't know whether this front bit here might be balking me. Maybe I should start with something else since I'm only new at this. What do you reckon? I think I should start with something new since I'm only new at it. So we need to cut these to the different sizes. We can't have them all the same, and there's not much difference in these, is there? So I'm gonna cut this one up now. I'm gonna cut this one up. I might use that other thing in the book somewhere, the other piece that I had. So I'm going to leave that open because that could be a pocket anyway, couldn't it? So we've got that bit, the purple bit behind there, right, that way. Right, there. Sticky stuff. Righto. Truly, I haven't been on here as long as it seems to, so I hope sorry about this. One. This one. No. Goes out the back. Goes to the back. That's alright. Wait till I start to put it together when I finish covering it with paper. It's not going to be fun, is it? Oh well, it is good fun in the end, really. If you do nice bits and pieces, it is good. I might just stagger them a bit, eh? How far can we go? Up there, right. And that one there. And I don't know why I haven't got enough room. I think I'm just making it not wide enough, like this part here. I've got myself very limited space on here, haven't I? So all I need to do now is cut down a few pieces a bit further, or just only use them ones on there. I might take one back the other way. That wouldn't matter, would it? Well, if I do this, and I have that one so it opens back like this, and then these ones could go in there, and that could go like that, and that's been done before, so I haven't achieved anything amazing, but that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to have to do that there because I feel like I'm comfortable with that, okay? So now I'm going to cover them with some paper. So that's going to take me 1 or 2 minutes, isn't it? Okay. I have got really nice papers about. That will go over there. Right, I'm going to cover that one with that. I'm not going to glue that down because I'm keeping that as a touch spot. Okay. But I will be... I'll put paper over here. I need a glue book really seriously, because I do not want to put this all over the place. There's myself a glue book. How about a piece of tape? So I'm just using place it on. I thought I was ready. You know how you think you got everything organised and then you haven't really, have you? You're just mucking about here now. That's not good. Okay. Piece of paper will work. It's fine using a piece of paper. There you go. That'll do me. I don't mind what it is. I just want to get on with this. I did get some new glue sticks, but I'm thinking these are still working for me, so I'm not going to be... Yeah, it's alright. Come on. Actually, I've got paper underneath here too, haven't I? There's paper everywhere. But I need this bit so it doesn't go on the other bits. On my piece of good bit I'm working on. Now, I did say I was keeping this right on the shabbiness, didn't I? And here I go. But the pink it's really pale, I promise you. Really nice piece. Really nice pink piece. there. I don't think I've ever done this before, put the pieces of paper on as I'm going. I think this is a really good idea, because I can imagine me trying to get them on there after I've made it, and that's what I've done before. Put it together and then try to put the paper on. Doesn't work for you very good, does it? This way's better. Okay, so I've got that piece on there. Now the bit I put on here, I've just got to glue to there and there. So you better find the right piece of paper for that, Sonya. I think I know what I want. It's just the fact of getting it out of here. I'm not on the bottom, are you? Of course, it would be, wouldn't it? Look at that. That's neat, isn't it? Love a bit of that. This is just married, but we can use this for anything, can't we? There's nobody said we can't. So I'm going to put I'm going to have to cut this out. Pencil, please. Right. So if you cut it to there, Sonya, okay. And keep it lined up the edge there, Sonya. And here. And across here. And just across that bit. How about that? We'll do that, hey? This is not going to be, it's going to be a little bit hard because I've got the paper trimmer here to do this. I should be able to do it, shouldn't I? Yes. I'm just going to go a bit higher and then I'll come back and cut it because it's just getting in the road, getting stuck around the scissors. Righto. Now I'm going to go across here. And this line. There's a bit off here. This mark here. Oh, I hope it hasn't got a perforated edge up there further. No, it hasn't. Good. So this can go in here. Like that. I might have to nick a bit more off. Just a tiny bit off the edge here. Trying to follow the line. Here we are. Righto. There we go. Now, I've got the pocket here. Now, that's not going to work. It's going to have to be smaller, isn't it? Because when I close that, it's moving over. So here, look at this. Yes. It's moving right over. We'll do that. We'll fix that. Oh, I hope I didn't cut the envelope. No, I didn't. Before I do go any further, I'm thinking, do I need to have a tuck there? No, you can't over tuck it. You'll have too many tucks and you wonder what you're doing. Okay, so put that on, fold that down. It's still not right. It's still going to come over too far. Just pin that back there, Sonya, so you don't take it over too far, because if you do this, it's not going to work. Righto, there. Okay, right, so just put enough glue on this bit here to hold this down. You're going to have to do this piece of the paper. You can't block that bit because you've got a pocket. So don't put glue on that bit. But you've got a pocket there. It's here. Righto. Okay. Now we'll put this on. Hopefully. If it still comes over the edge, I can just cut it back anyway, can't I? Trim it. I can trim it back, it's going to still insist on coming right over there. Oh gee, you wouldn't think that it was that bad, would you? It just doesn't seem to want to go there straight. And that's crooked, isn't it? Oh dear, Sonya, what have you done? Cut it really crooked, didn't you? Is this the part? Oh yes. So you know what, I can save me hide here. I'll just cut a bit more off that with a paper trimmer. Right. Here we go. just cut that straight now. Oh my body. It's not like material. It's not like material. Ah dear. Suppose I could always put a patch on it. Okay, always put a patch on it. Alright, so there I've got that bit. Alright, so that's the front. I could have that for the front and this could be the inside. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just as long as you covered both sides of that. Okay, now you want to do the pink one or the purple one, or we're going to leave it? No, we're going to do it because I don't want it to be that bright. I don't think I want it to be that bright, honestly. I don't. Maybe I should have stuck with a white envelope then, shouldn't I? Why did I not go with a white envelope? Okay. Now I'm gonna put a bit of this mauve on there, I think. The mauve, not the fairy, just the mauve part. Alright. I'll cut that. I might cover that. I'll cover that with that. Oh, wrong glue. I want this glue. You know what, when I started this today, I had a completely different idea in my head. Completely different idea. And I don't know what I've done now. I've just gone way off the rail. I've gone right off the rails here. This is not what I was planning at all. Never mind. I might end up like that if I keep working towards it. See how I go. I can't see where that is. Okay, move it up a bit. Because you're working on a white background, so it's not easy. Alright, so I've got that bit. I'll cut that off there. Yeah, so it's a completely different idea what I had. Oh dear. Never mind. I can still do it yet. Well, some of it anyway now. I just have to... So that's better. It's not so loud, is it, really? It's not so loud. Squish him down. Make sure it's plastered on there really good. And I might put another piece on the inside bit. I'll get another bit off there. Maybe not. Let's see if I can. Somewhere in here, without the fairy on it. Don't need the fairy on there. Do not need a fairy on there today. No. That's not going to fit on there. That's fine. I do have some more subdued pieces. This is a nice piece of paper. Oh, this has got a letter on it. I can't use. That's a good letter. Okay. I need some more of that paper I got. It all fell down on it yesterday. I did. Well, it didn't hit me, but it's threatened to many times to hit me. Threatened many times to hit me. Okay, so I've got some of this here that I forgot all about. I forgot all about these pages. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Absolutely beautiful paper. I forgot all about that. Oh dear. Parchment paper, look at it. Look at that, isn't this nice? Okay, where's more? I've got more. Yes, I do. Anyway, I don't know if I want to put that one on there or this other thing here that I'm trying to find with the really nice wedding ones on it. Oh, it's not wedding. Let me change that side over. Let's see what's here. Sorry about this, people. I haven't used it. Look at that. Those. Yeah, I thought I had more down, you know, like sort of subdued pieces, you know, that weren't too. That's all right. This is what I was going to do, eh? Now, because now I know why I didn't find what I was after, because it wasn't what I was doing. It's not what I was going to do with it. Here's my fairy paper. Fairy paper today. Yeah, so that's a bit disheartening, isn't it? When you did something that you thought you were doing, but you didn't. You changed your mind. This is not bad though. I didn't change my mind. I just went way off the track there. I did. I went way off the track. I'm going to put a bit of parchment paper over this, because I really like the colour of this. I know I could use these in the journals too, but for the time being today, we're going to just go with this. Now, I just want to put the glue on this part of the envelope here. Right. I'll turn this back. I'm going to put that onto there. Please, Sonya. Somehow, I should have put it that way, shouldn't I? So I could see what. Oh, that's not bad. I surprised myself. Not bad. Right, now I'll cut this off here. So some of these will have a tuck spot at the top, and some of them are going to have pockets. Okay. That's probably not going to be able to fold over because I haven't cut it back far enough. Okay. Right. So there's two done, or I can have it like that. I might have the mauve colour out this way, and then that's nice in the inside of there, isn't it? That's working. I might move this. I might have to move this bit over because I've come over too far with my paper here. And Wendy made this look so easy. Yeah, well, you know, I do try to do nice things with papers. So I love papers, and I do try to do nice things with papers. Right now, because the time is getting close, and I need to get on with this a bit quicker. I intend now to show you a bit of what I wanted to do with it. Okay, my first thoughts were, so I've got these envelopes here still, right, that I've still got to cover. Right, there's that bit, and that bit, and that bit. Do I have another one? Yeah, I do. Here. Right, there's 5 of them. Now I've done a couple, but instead of doing that, I wasn't going to actually cover these with paper. I was going to cover them with calico. So I still am. I am going to still put calico on these because I want to. So the front part here will have a pocket on it then, because I didn't do it. I'm not going to redo them because I think they look good like this, but I've got to cover that. That's not got enough glue on there. Has it? Look at this. But this is because it's, oh well, you can't really glue. I suppose I can glue along the edge. I should have done that, eh? I should have just glued along the edge here, because the pocket's over this side. So I'll just glue along that edge there. I never thought about that though. That didn't occur to me to do that. Same as it didn't occur to me that I was actually doing the calico on the things and not the papers. But I can have a bit of both, can't I? I think I can blend them in. I can get them to look really good together, I reckon. They will work for me, I'm sure. Right, so now I'm going to put the calico on the bottom of that for a page. And we'll see what else to do. I've got the piece to cover the book there. So we do a pocket on this one here, and we're going to jazz it up with the calico, the front cover, and stuff like that, okay? Because that's what I was after in the first place. And I went on to I forgot all about what I was going to do. I just really did. And that's so silly, isn't it, that you can get such a thing? Put it over that way, Sonya, because that's the way it's supposed to stick down to the next page. Righto. Now, my calico can have some really nice lace or something on the front of it. It can have something really nice on the front of it there. I think that goes with that there, doesn't it? It does. And there'll be more still to come. Let me see. Well, I'll just tear this up here. And I'm going to stick that onto this one. Okay. I'm going to have it nice and shaggy, I hope. Hope to have it nice and shaggy. Use this. So now I have 10 minutes. Quarter past. I should be right to finish then. Okay, so the calico I'm going to... I'm not... How far is it coming up there? I like that bit that's curling up at the bottom. He's cool, isn't he? Yep. Come on, stick this down. I'm surely going to incorporate a lot of different things into this, if I can. A lot different to what we've already done, okay? Because I don't want to do the same things as I've already done. I'm going to do a lot of different things. Alright. If I start to get the same, give us a yell and say, Sonya, stop that and give me something a bit different. There's so many things out there in the world you can do. So much amazing stuff. There really is. Right. Now, do I want this on here? Probably yes, because it'll look really cool. And I might have to iron that down. I get the iron it down. It's so exciting, or not. Oh, this one's pulled up a bit. What's going on with that? And of course, the elastic band did that. Oh dear. Never mind. Now, I'll put that across there. I hope you decide to come back and have a look at the next couple of episodes or whatever I do. I think it'll turn out really cool if I can keep myself going in the direction that I want to. Some glue along here, and I'm going to have to stick a piece of something down in between this calico and the paper behind it, because this will go right through and glue the whole. Oops. A bit more, because that lace is open, so you want to put a bit more glue on so your lace is going to stick down. I don't think that's completely covering it. Get off there. There's always a bit of extra thread hanging around, isn't there? Okay, come on, down, sit down. Come on. Okay, righto. So that's that. This doesn't look straight because this is that's cut. Well, it isn't because it's cut now. We'll have to fix that up. I'll fix that somehow, don't worry. Nobody panic about that. Now, I want to put something else on here. I'm going to try and show you that I'm going to do a lot of different things, you know. I hope. It's all in my head yet. Just we'll wait for us to get it out there. But where did I have them things? There's a box. Oh, somebody told me what I did with them. I'll have to put them very there. And no, they're not. They're in a different box to that. Right, I've lost my things. I suppose if I told you what they were, you could probably yell at me, but then that's not going to help one bit, is it? Little pieces of fabric, they are. Little pieces of fabric. And they've got, oh dear, what have I done with that? I stamped on them and I've got it all ready to do. And I haven't got them now. I've lost them now. Oops. Enemy cotton's gone. Oh, yeah, there you go. So I'll find them. Nobody panic. I will find them. They're just here, Sonia. They're just here somewhere. Sure they are. Anybody see them? Oh, crikey. Okay, so I'm going to waste too much time now fiddling around looking for them. So I'm going to have to find them, and I'll come back on them tomorrow. I think I'll do this put a video up again for it tomorrow, and I should have found them by then, I'd hope. Anything else I can do on this? I probably could. I've got some, just a few minutes. A few more minutes to go. Oh, it's a shame I can't see that. I've got this here though. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? We're going to put this in here. We just have to, don't we? Cannot help ourselves. Okay. Can it go there? Wait a minute. No, it's got to go the other side, Sonia. That's got to lap around behind there. Okay. So that'll be like that when you open it. You've got that piece there. So maybe I could put this up the top of that. This will see it. And it would... That would be nice, wouldn't it? I've got to work out though where my pockets are going to be. I probably will cut one along there, I think. So I've got this one here, haven't I? I hope I haven't glued it down. And I probably would make a little cut there, I think. You reckon I should do that? I haven't cut that there, have I? Hope not. Anyway, I hope you come back and watch. Look, even there's a bit of hair in there. That's nice. Not nice. I'm going to much as it is without putting it in the... Okay, I'm going to cut this off here a bit. Right, oh no. And if I've accidentally cut the envelope, which I probably did, I can't get there. I can go in and glue it shut anyway. If I have. I have a bit. So I'm going to stick this in here and glue this down. We've got to be able to repair the damage, don't we? If we get the damage. I've got to think what I did with that. Them little bits and pieces. Oh dear. I just put the glue on my finger where I cut it down. I was taking me pills this morning, and the thing that I keep pills in, you know, them packets that they're in, oh, cut all my finger. The silver packet, you know, the blister packet or whatever they call it, the flogging thing. And gee, that hurt. Sorry, didn't mean to say that. Now, we can't, I don't think we can make corn, but that hurt really bad then, too. Anyway, so this is going to be the start of it. So if you really want to come back and look and see, I think we should do a good job, don't you? I'm going to have a nice calico. Well, you would have thought when I was putting that piece on the outside that I was going to do it right, wouldn't you? But anyway, so thank you everybody for watching, and I will be back shortly, oh well, tomorrow with some more. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.